Countless English historical dramas have been filmed in today's counties. Film crews and set designers have clapped their hands in joy when they've seen medieval manor houses like this one. Find out which county I'm in very soon. Yay! Today we're lucky enough to be in Derbyshire, and this is Haddon Hall, a 12th century masterpiece which has been the backdrop of many a day's filming. Keira Knightley was here for a scene in Pride and Prejudice. There were two versions of Jane Eyre, the Zeffirelli one and the BBC, and Kate Blanchett strutted her stuff as Elizabeth. So if it's good enough for Kate and Keira, I think it's good enough for us. Now, where's the nearest lake? I want to go for a swim in my riding breeches. Derbyshire lies in the East Midlands, hugged by a multitude of counties. The north is dominated by the Peak District National Park. Its 555 square miles take in some breathtaking landscape. And of course the park is also home to Haddon Hall, a fortified medieval manor house considered to be one of the finest examples to survive from its era. Moving away from the impressive medieval homes, the countryside is scattered with pretty sand and limestone cottages, originally built for farmers, quarrymen and local tradesmen. Today they're immensely desirable, with buyers looking for a picture-perfect dream home. But enough Hollywood soft focus, let's get down to brass tacks. How much does it cost to live inside this Derbyshire film set? Well, if you look at statistics, not as much as you might think. The average house price for a detached property is £201,000, which is 14% below the national average. But who believes statistics? Because where people really want to live, inside the Peak District National Park, is very expensive. Bakewell, right in the centre, is almost double the price of Buxton, which is outside. And there are only 38,000 people living inside the park, which makes property very exclusive, but very beautiful. Take a look. With £1,450,000 to burn, you could be the lucky owner of this 6-bedroom former farmhouse near Ashbourne. It's believed to date back to 1740 and has been sympathetically renovated to accommodate the traditional features. It comes with a range of outbuildings and sits in the national park. Staying with farmhouses, this 6-bedroom property in Pikehall is less pricey at £50 short of £700,000. It's a true mix of old and new, with cosy features and ultra-modern renovations, and it all sits in just over 4 acres. Or for something a little bit different, this 3-bedroom barn conversion in Bradbourne is up for grabs at £295,000. The Grade 2 listed property has been skillfully renovated to provide luxury modern accommodation, and it's just waiting for an owner to put their stamp on it. You see what I mean? Budgets high and low. You can get beautiful bricks and mortar here in Derbyshire and fantastic views. But is it going to please our buyers today? Let's meet them. And they are teacher Ashley and trainee priest Leslie, who live in Buntingford, Hertfordshire.
Well, this is a 5-bedroom detached house, and when we first came here in 1983 we paid £45,000 for it.
It's a bargain.
It really was. And now we're hoping to get at least £440,000.
With the children grown up, the house is too large, and the time is now right for that long-dreamt-of move to the country.
The peace and tranquility of the country is something that we both love.
We really love the energy that hills and water give, and I think as you get older, that peace that you find when you're out walking gives you much more energy than taking any pills and potions can do. We've been looking to move for 5 years now, but you were quite ill a little while ago, about 3 years ago, with cancer, and it put the whole journey off a bit.
That sort of focused us as well, I think, you know, in terms of, I'm fine now, I mean, it was 3 years ago and I've been clear, but at that time we were thinking, well, let's go and live life, let's go out and do something different, so that was one of the reasons for us looking elsewhere.
Yeah, it really focuses your mind, actually. Makes you realise that you just want to be together.
Yeah.
Leslie and Ashley's home has been ideal for bringing up the family, but now they want to downsize and have drawn up a list of desires.
The kitchen for me is the hub of the home, so with the new property I'd love a big kitchen, somewhere to put a table, people can sit there while I'm cooking, I can chat to them. I love to feed people, it's my ambition to be Ma Larkin.
I like my gadgets, I'm very into computing sort of side. In the new property we're hoping that we can have a study.
Okay, we've got 2 dogs and 6 hens, and wherever we go, it's got to be a secure garden. so that with these 6 hens, they're not going to go and annoy the neighbours.
And it doesn't end there. A range cooker and an acre of land for growing vegetables are also on the list, along with the ability to make the house as energy efficient as possible. So what would be the perfect property?
Rural, 3-bedroom, definitely detached.
Yeah.
Don't really worry about the area, as long as we've got some land.
The property market is going through turbulent times, but Leslie and Ashley are hoping for a reasonable valuation from a local estate agent.
This is an ideal family home that offers well-proportioned accommodation throughout in a popular residential location, and for that reason I would value the property at $420,000.
We were hoping for 440,000, and
But so I was looking at it, I mean, he's sort of saying 420, so it is around the same sort of ballpark figure.
With that news, how much are they looking to spend?
for the perfect property, something that ticks all of our boxes, wants and needs, we're willing to pay the maximum of £340,000.
It seems that Ashley and Leslie really do want to downsize. They want a small 2 or 3 bedroom cottage in the countryside, and what's really exciting is they want to go as green as possible with a low carbon footprint, and they want some land to become self-sufficient. The bad thing is that land is very expensive in Derbyshire.
Leslie and Ashley are flexible regarding location, so we are focusing our search to the south and east of Buxton. Ashley craves rural isolation, whereas Leslie would like to be in a village, so compromises may have to be made. Over the course of 2 days, I'll be showing them some beautiful properties, but I'll be keeping them in the dark regarding the price until after the viewing. The last on our tour is the Mystery House, which always has the potential to shake things up.
Welcome to your new home, Derbyshire.
Thank you very much.
Not your home yet because we haven't found your house, but we're going to try and get you one.
Yes, that would be lovely.
And clearly there are no houses in this bit of Derbyshire. There is lovely spring wind.
There is, it's very energising.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Well, that's why you wanted to come here, isn't it? To get a bit of energy.
We want energy and a green lifestyle.
You do, you want energy efficient, don't you? You want sort of low carbon, high vegetable output.
Absolutely, if we can get it, that would be wonderful.
Now you did mention an acre of land, which is a nice idea, but you also mentioned £340,000.
We can dream.
You can dream. Any leeway on the budget?
Yeah, we'd like to look at extending, I think, really to about 375, somewhere in the region of.
What about $500,000? Can you give me that?
Wouldn't that be lovely?
We'd love that.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Because, you know, land is really a premium. Although there's lots of it,
Yes.
it's all protected because it's a national park.
Yeah.
Everybody wants land.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a headache.
It is.
But you're very understanding. I can see these beaming smiles.
We'll go for it.
You're
We're going to
energised.
enjoy it.
The wind is going to lift us.
Absolutely.
And we're going to find a house for you.
Yes.
So, come on, let's go.
So Leslie and Ashley have upped their budget to £375,000, and for that they'd like a kitchen diner, a study, 3 bedrooms, and 1 acre of land for keeping chickens and growing vegetables.
Do you know this part of the country quite well?
Certainly know the Matlock area quite well. Been working for the youth service, we used to bring young people up here for Duke of Edinburgh Awards schemes. So Matlock, we used to stay in quite regularly at a residential unit. And Matlock Bath, didn't we? So you certainly know it fairly well as well.
Yes, and it's lovely.
It's looking very lovely today.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I think this area looks lovely no matter what the season is.
The first house on our viewing list is in Wensley, tucked just inside the Peak District National Park. The vast majority of the housing stock is built from the locally quarried limestone and gritstone, which provide the village with uniformity. In the mid-1700s, lead mining was a boom industry here, and many of the properties, including the one we are viewing, would have been miners' cottages.
Take a look at this.
It's so
It's such a lovely
pretty.
frontage.
Take a look at this, but also take a look at
Just
this.
take a look at
A
all
view
that.
over that way.
Absolutely, well, it's glorious.
What do you think?
It's a beautiful location.
I
it really is.
really like it.
Yeah.
I really do. It looks like the pictures I've always drawn since I was a child.
Yeah.
It's making us both smile.
That's good.
That's a good point.
Smiling is always
Yes.
good. Let's wait till you get inside.
Let's go have a look.
Well, I couldn't ask for more than that. First up is the hall,
Come on in.
and it's almost a reception room in itself.
Oh,
Wow.
it smells just like our house.
It does.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yes,
Well, I
it
hope
is.
it's a good sign.
Well, no, it is.
beautiful.
It is. It's lovely.
A lovely entrance.
It feels like home already.
Yeah.
It's a cottage. It's an old cottage from the 1800s, so it's not massive.
No, but we don't need massive.
You're downsizing.
We are.
Downsizing.
Yeah. I wouldn't change a thing about this room. I just felt very joyful as I walked through.
Excellent.
I can't believe that, you know, the first property we've looked at has made me feel like this.
And
Ashley,
the books look absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I can see Leslie using this as a study area, definitely.
There's another sitting room through here.
Let's go through it.
That's a wood burner. Here you've got a real fire.
Oh, I've lived here before.
You're having flashbacks.
I am having flashbacks. This
Former life.
This is so me.
It's such a cosy room, isn't it? It's beautiful.
This is lovely.
It's a lovely, again, local stone. That's a modern fireplace.
I love that.
Well, this is the place to be cosy.
This is supposed to be cosy, but this is the room to be warm in.
Oh.
Look at those views. That's amazing.
This is lovely.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, you can imagine, you feel really healthy in here when you come in here, have your breakfast.
Breakfast would be gorgeous.
Watch the
in this
sunrise,
room.
maybe, if you're up in time. I'm speechless because the first property we've seen has so far ticked every dream box that I had.
Let's go and look at the kitchen, because that could be a deal breaker.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
very
walk through.
important.
I hope it's not, but it might be. So I'm going to go through here.
After you.
Okay. It's a split-level kitchen, dining room.
Well, I like the split level.
Oh, this will not be a deal breaker.
Ah, thank goodness.
This is lovely.
Well, I was thinking maybe a bit small. That was my concern.
But you have this area here, and I could be cooking up
On
there.
stage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite good. You can do some display cooking.
Absolutely,
Watch me.
yes. Throw things around.
This is actually all in addition. So the cottage itself ends there.
Oh, wow.
This was put on at the same time as the conservatory, so in the 1990s. When they put the extension in, they obviously were going with the lay of the land. They went up, put it split level, and they put down all this nice Yorkshire flag.
Oh, no, I love the flooring. It's gorgeous.
This is exactly what we were looking at for our place,
It's
isn't it?
strange.
But it's not a vast kitchen.
Well, no, I can imagine myself pottering around because of the other level. It gives it as an illusion of much more space, and I can imagine myself pottering and washing up at the kitchen. I'd probably put in a butler sink, but that's the only thing I'd change.
And you've got lovely views over Matlock Moor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm relieved the kitchen scored so highly. From here, there's also access to a small utility room, and there's also a door through to an extra pocket of space that leads to the cloakroom. Let's hope the upstairs with its 3 bedrooms gets the thumbs up. First off, the master.
This is so cosy. I wouldn't change a thing.
Good.
It's beautiful.
I really do feel like I've lived here before.
Maybe you have.
Yeah.
It's unusual in a worker's cottage to have such high ceilings upstairs.
Yeah.
Very typically they were much lower. I think they may have actually taken out a bit of the headspace to give that effect.
Definitely worth it, though.
I think we can safely say this room is a big hit. Next door is another double that is being used as a study.
Oh my goodness, this is a good size as well.
Yeah, it's another nice room, isn't it? And loft space.
And a little bit of loft space too.
But you could get a double bed in here if you wanted, or
You could.
a couple of twins. Oh, it's a delight.
I'm pleased. I thought it would be too small for you, to be honest.
I actually quite like it as a study as well.
Yeah, I still feel in this house that there's room to move,
Right.
Yeah.
room to express oneself.
And to get away from each other. I don't mean,
Yes.
mean that in the nicest possible way.
No,
Yeah.
but when you've been married for 30 years, you sometimes need separate rooms.
And a big part of your move to the countryside, of course, was the outside space. So do you fancy looking at that?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, essential.
Down we go.
Thank you.
We seem to be doing quite well here. Next door is the final double room, which will be great when family visits. And next to that is the main bathroom. The last leg of our tour takes us to the garden. It's not quite the size they were hoping for, but this place is all about the views.
Words don't even do it justice.
They don't.
We've even got the pond for the newts and the frogs to keep the slugs away.
I'm not sure whether it would really work for Veggie Patch.
But I could probably do something quite easily for the veggie patch. We don't need a lot of lawn, but the thing that I'm considering is
the
room
animals.
for the hens and the 2 dogs.
One of the ways around it is that Matlock,
Yeah.
which is nearby, has a very good scheme of allotments.
Right.
They have 40 plus allotments.
Good.
It's £21 a year.
That's
to
amazing,
rent
isn't
them.
it? That's amazing.
Yeah.
And although they're not vast, that might be able, you might be
Yes.
able to do certainly your veggie growing
Yes.
there.
Yes.
The one salient point that I haven't told you is how much it's going to cost.
Oh, don't.
Don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid. I've got a things I like on the horizon. You don't keep on believing. You go down, keep on running. You go to keep on fighting. It's time to stop the dreaming and forget about the past. About what you believe in. You are supposed to be nothing. Don't forget that there is love, there is a day. And in your heart I know that you can feel it too. We can make it through no matter what the people say. You're gone up on the way. तू दिन से पीछा हमार और तुम मिले के मनावा भौजी हमरो करे धीरे धीरे बतिया दिल के बढ़ गइल बाजे भौजी धीरे धीरे बतिया दिल के बढ़ गइल बाजे भौजी लड़का एगो पीछे हमारा पड़ गइल बाजे भौजी लड़का एगो पीछे हमारा पड़ गइल बाजे भौजी ऐसन न देखली अबले हम तो दीवाना गली में चालू भइल ओकर आना जाना भौजी रे ऐसन न देखली दीवाना चालू भइल गली में आना जाना ऐसन न देखली अबले हम तो दीवाना गली में चालू भइल ओकरा नचाना प्यार परवान ओकर चढ़ गइल बारे भौजी प्यार परवान ओकर चढ़ गइल बारे भौजी लड़का एगो पीछे पीछे हमारा पड़ गइल बारे भौजी लइका एगो पीछे हमारा पड़ गइल बारे भौजी निकली जब बहराओ तो पीछे पीछे आवे कागज पर लिख के नाम तो गिरावे निकली बहराओ पीछे पीछे आवे कागज पर नाम लिख के गिरावे निकली जब बहराओ पीछे पीछे आवे कागज पर लिख के नाम दीपक के सूरत नजरी में चढ़ गइल बारे भौजी सुंदर के सूरत नजरी में चढ़ गइल बारे भौजी लड़का एगो पीछे हमारा पड़ 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 गइल बारे भौजी
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.